Oh, to kill the wolf spotter, yeah. If anybody knows of a cheap new studio space, we found a spotter, so we need to move out.
This is actually our final episode in the old studio. We're going to officially leave this burning.
It's so funny that you say that, given that
Jesus
the next
take the wheel.
episode is somewhere completely different. So it's like if you said that and we didn't give context, and the next episode we're just in the back room of Vino's.
Should we address the next episode at all, or just let them figure it out on their own?
Well, you're gonna do a pre-roll thing, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
We forgot to.
Oh, well, we haven't started yet.
We're starting.
You usually count it down.
I usually do. I forgot. As I was opening it, I was like, you didn't count it down.
It smells like bubblegum. I'm gonna pass it off to Corey because I don't drink water because water is a boring fruit. Are you familiar with One Piece, the TV show?
Anime?
How he like eats the what I think it's called the monkey fruit or something?
Yes.
And he like it gives everybody a different like special power, but he can't swim.
Sadly, everyone what?
Yeah.
It gives him a power, but he can't swim.
He can't swim.
Just
if he gets in the water, he just immediately drowns. Well, no, he definitely like his thing. His name's Luffy D Monkey. It's not the monkey fruit. It's something else. His name's Luffy D Monkey.
Okay.
And he can stretch like indefinitely, like fucking crazy. But it's the longest running like manga show anything ever. It's over 1,000 episodes.
That's what it is.
It's incredible. They did a live action version on Netflix and it's pretty solid.
Yeah, Ian turned my wife into one of you people.
I'm not one of those people. I'm really not. I've watched like 4 episodes and then I was like, this is cool.
Now
but
I have to, when I get on an app, I have to cut through all the... Because apparently if you like that stuff, it's just like, oh, you're one of these.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
Let me try some of this
I hope you like it.
probiotics. I hope I do too. I need more.
It's got a
things
shit
that
ton
are
of
not
probiotics
shitty.
in it. You know, like 20 billion something.
Good for your gut bio.
I really enjoy it. And I've been sitting in there for a couple of days and I was like, this needs to be opened.
It's called a 12-day belly reboot.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it like for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Really?
And that's when you see like because it clears your gut out fully.
Oh God, should I drink this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it smells fucked.
20 billion probiotics per serving.
20 billion?
Per serving.
That's why it smells fucked.
There's 4 servings in here.
Whew. This is going to taste like cough medicine.
No, it tastes really good. It's juice.
Okay. Tastes much better than it smells.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
smell is
straight
out of
juice.
this
Yeah,
world.
it's great. They have different flavors too. This is just I'm a big purple flavor guy.
Purple's the best flavor. Everybody knows it.
Orange is the best
But
flavor.
what are these things called? Pomegranates?
Pomegranates, yeah.
That shit is off the hinges.
Well, it's 30% juice.
Have you ever had pomegranate juice? The straight up pom?
Yeah, that shit.
Oh, fuck. It's like $8 for a little shot of that shit.
Filtered water, pear juice, pomegranate juice, cane sugar, blackberry juice, oat flour,
That's probably what it
carrot
smells
juice,
like.
citric acid, barley malt. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted you to try it.
It's good.
You can put it back in the
Thank
fridge
you.
now. Or if you want more of it throughout the episode or whatever, have at it.
I don't think I want to shit on myself.
It doesn't hit that hard. Like it's meant for you. It's meant to be like a regimen. Like you're supposed to do it for like a week or 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm meaning to drink that and like start taking probiotic pills. I don't think the fridge is closed all the way. Oh, okay. It just looks weird. Episode 199. Holy shit.
We made it.
Yeah, we
Tuesday.
as you can tell, there's no guests because we ran out of guests. We've talked to everybody.
There was only 200 of you. Thank you for listening. Peace.
We did it.
What's funny is you start and you think, well, there's, I'll probably get through everybody and then just have like repeats and it'll just come like a conversational.
Yeah.
And
Even
then
in a tiny state like this, we learn about people every time we have somebody new on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys should talk to so and so. I've never heard that
I
name
got
before.
3 you should talk to's last night alone.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, I'll do it. It's just a timing issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it's next week. Sometimes it's 2 months
This comes
from now.
out Tuesday. As of right now, we don't have anything on the books. We have 1 on the books.
Right.
And it's not even like a normal day, so we can double up. That one's going to be fun.
Yeah. I've got like 10 people I'm going to get on.
Yeah.
We'll get it. I'm not even that worried about it. It's just been very busy and stressful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's understandable. It happens.
Work has been a busy. We should talk about it right off the top, though. We should go
You don't want to bullshit?
what we're talking about in the episode. We'll bullshit after.
We bullshit all the time. We bullshit now, we bullshit later, bullshit during, we bullshit.
But I feel like if we do it right off the rip...
You know, bull semen is like one of the most expensive things in the world.
I do, actually. Whale vomit, bull
Anyway.
semen.
Now that we've lost
ambergris.
half our viewership.
Ambergris. It's in high-end makeups. It's whale vomit. And it's worth more than you could fucking ever... No flash?
No, you're already pale enough.
That's fair.
All right, you do it how you want to do it. I have all the answers. You field questions.
Episode 199 is going to be about the Crash Cast Awards. The votes are in.
I feel like 2 weeks ago I was like, "Hey, we should do this."
For the preamble, you were. But then we forgot to book somebody.
No,
so
I
it
didn't mean
worked out.
this. I meant like the awards themselves.
Oh. No, it's been months.
I know. It feels like it was like 2 weeks ago.
So these are not the official you won. This is the
These are the finalists.
finalists.
Yeah.
And there's 20 categories, and there's 4 finalists in every category.
Yeah. So, well, there's one with 5 because
Five.
there was a tie that I couldn't figure out how to break.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But you know how like most award shows are like, here are the nominees. Well, we had nominees. We let you, the public, give us nominations.
That's right.
We tallied up who had, except for one category, the 4 highest like nominations. Most of you don't know how to spell.
Or I like the ones that were descriptions. You had to be
Yeah.
like that band that...
One of my favorites was for Best Music Festival, someone put, "This sounds like a good idea."
Never heard of that one.
That was not nominated. Like, that didn't make it to the finalists.
Yeah.
But,
Can you imagine if that's
you're not wrong. It does sound like a good idea, and thankfully we have a couple of them.
a couple of them?
We could use more. That'd be cool. Because they're all very similar in the genre
Fests are hard.
realm.
Well-
But Fests are a lot.
Fests are a lot.
And
And heavy fests are the easiest of the hardest thing to do.
I want like a pop fest, like a punk fest, like that kind of thing.
It'd be
but,
fun.
I don't know. People.
But we already have Canis Bash.
Yeah, it's the same but different. You know, they do it twice a year.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
fun time.
wild. God
It was
damn.
nominated, but I don't think it made it to the finalists.
Weird.
Is Canis Bash a festival?
Sure. Why wouldn't it be?
Well,
It's
I
all
don't know.
fucking day. Just because it's not multiple days, what makes it a fest? Multiple days?
Well, one, saying it's a fest.
So you can just call any show a fest.
And 2, I guess the amount of bands. I would say anything over 7 is a fest.
7 bands?
Yeah. Because if you have punk bands, you can do 7 bands on a bill, and like they all play for 10
That's just
minutes
a normal
anyway.
night,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I would say once you get past 7, you're definitely in the fest realm. I know certain sound guys have like, I'll mix 4 bands, but anything after that, it's like a festival rate instead of like a day rate.
Yeah, that's fair. More work, more money.
More problems.
You can't, it's not 2 for 1 iPad day. You got to fucking pay me for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I get it.
But Crashcast Awards, it's a big deal.
Pretty interesting.
A lot of people I've talked to
concept.
are excited about it.
Actually, me too. Which I'm not an awards guy, so it's interesting.
I've never been given a shit about it really, but I think we can all agree that something like this is very cool and fun and important for the community.
I like the fun aspect.
And the whole point of this is that we wanted it to be a very democratic process where
Yes.
the people voted, the people nominated, the people are going to vote on who wins out of the finalists. And we wanted it to be.
So don't get up in your ass thinking there was any favoritism. All right.
There was no. I'm just kidding. There was not.
No, there
I
wasn't. an
tried,
ounce of
and
it.
Corey was like, "Nope."
I actually took myself
Just
out
kidding.
of one of the runnings, so that's how little it was.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was tied with somebody else, and then I said give it to that person because I shouldn't be in it at all anyway.
I don't remember that one. It's on my paper probably.
So Nana Boo Boo.
Well, there were a couple where we had to figure out tiebreakers, and I'm all about transparency here, so I'm down to talk about it.
But some of that shit was worded so weird, you don't know who they're talking about.
Sometimes there were a lot of votes that were like, I had to interpret who they meant,
Yeah.
but it was so clear that like it wasn't anything other than that.
Right.
You know, that one guy at Vino's that does sound is 90% Jackson Gladden.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's like, what does that mean, though?
Or like,
Give me Mohawk.
Or like
the guy with the Mohawk.
Like best music video, a lot of people put down just the name of the band.
Right.
It's like, okay, cool. Well, obviously, you're probably referring to their most recent music video, is what I would assume.
That's where I would go with it.
That's how it went. Yeah. Except for yours. Yours, they were very specific about. So, which is fine because I like that video. We'll get to it, but
I like all of them. I don't think we've ever made a music video I didn't like. I'm pretty proud of all of them.
Well, there was that one time.
Did we make a bad one?
I'm just fucking
with you. We
only
made 3.
I'm kidding. You made more than 3.
We have.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the early days. iMovie one.
Shout out to iMovie. We just bought a flip camera. I'm so stoked for us to use it.
Where the fuck is it? I put it in my bag so I won't forget.
He put it in his pussy.
Dude, look at this, you
his
kids.
pouch.
Look at this. Y'all ready for some dope ass shit? Watch this. Ready?
It's got a USB built in. Crazy. Shoot 720p for up to like an hour. I bet the sound quality is going to be ass, but...
If you were at the My Hands to War show and saw the documentary, all the cut footage was from one of these 15 years ago.
Well, no, it wasn't.
That's how we shot them.
All that footage was new footage. The hey, what are we doing?
The sit-down interview parts
were,
you know, fucking $3,000 camera. I'm just like, when we were young, we used these. This was the coolest fucking thing in the world back then.
Shout out to when we were young.
I actually got reblogged on their website because of a drum apparatus I made to fit one of these in it. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for us to fuck around with it.
I am too. Very, very excited.
I knew you would be. That's why I keep it a secret until you saw it.
Well, you saw my face. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, I guess I'll let you run this however you want to. Otherwise, I'll just ramble
You're in
for
charge.
forever.
Ramble it. Dude, let's go down the categories and list and say the nominations. Is this in order?
You just want to, like, straight out the bag talk about who the finalists are?
Yeah.
Those are what I use to add up. Like, I was just, like, writing stuff down. That's... If you want to know the numbers, they're there.
Shit.
Yeah, Corey's just like, so... Look at this shit.
Here's all the information.
There's all the nitty gritty. Okay. Should I start at the top, or what is it?
Yeah.
And then we can just kind of like talk about the bands as we go through.
Yeah.
So best new band. What does that mean to you,
dude? This is the one I probably had one of the most hardest things, because to me a new band is like 5 years, but I think that's because of my age.
Oh, I'm talking like this was a year or younger.
A year or younger. See, I don't even
like brand new bands.
But I don't know who's in that range.
I mean, you do, because we've had almost all of these on.
It's weird.
We've had other than one.
I don't think anybody I voted for made it.
You had a lot of throwaway votes.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that like negatively. I mean that as like
I go with what I like.
You went with what you liked, not what who you wanted to win.
Yeah. Well, no, that's who I want to win.
I want to preface this by saying that we had 198 nominee submissions.
That's crazy.
198 submissions from different nominees. Almost 115 of those were all within the first week. So, and then we kind of had to it was trickling in here and there. We had a nice little push at the end where we were around 140, and we pushed all the way up to 198 within the last week. I'm hoping to see way more engagement now that it's multiple choice and you don't have to guess.
A, B, or C. Yeah, I saw somebody last night, and they told me they didn't vote because they didn't know enough of the answers. And I was like...
Just vote for the one or two you know. A lot of people did that.
Yeah. That's why I was like, we're still just...
Because you could have made a huge difference. There were a lot of close races. A lot of close races.
Almost all of it, really.
There were some, for me, that were upsets where I was like, damn, I thought this band was going to be in it, and they're just not.
Yep.
Because, again, I think it... Some people will be like, oh, fuck that. But, it is a popularity contest, and that is the fairest way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm talking, can you look at that level and tell me that it's not going too high?
Yeah, that's good.
Because I saw it hit the red just a second ago, and I was just making sure that that's not too crazy. Okay. Sick. Yeah, it's fine. But best new band for me, it was a year or less.
Okay.
And this one did have a tiebreaker.
I can say who I voted for, though, right? Where's that?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I voted for Sashed.
Okay, that would have worked, but they've been around 3 years now.
3 years ish.
So by your standards that you made it for yourself,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So let me explain the tiebreaker that I had to do.
Okay.
There were two at the bottom that were tied with I don't remember how many votes it was, but they were tied with the exact same amount of votes. And I talked to you, and I cleared it with you first, and I was like, does this make sense as the tiebreaker? Because I can't just put out another poll and be like, hey, people vote between these two.
Right.
That can't be public information until it's public information.
Right.
And what we decided was we looked at when those bands started based on, I used it based on their Facebook profile because that's what most people do, make first.
Yeah.
And figure out when they actually made their social medias, because that's when the band started, quote unquote,
Right.
based on the internet. I don't have any reference other than that. And the tiebreaker was whoever had started
The newest.
the newest.
Yeah.
So one I think was in September and one was in November or something.
It just sucks to have a tie. If more people
So
would have voted, I don't
the
think it
one in
would've-
November was the newer band.
Right.
So they got the slot.
Right. I think that's as fair as
If
you
that
can-
makes sense.
Yeah. What really sucks is if more people would have voted, it would have been less tiebreakers.
Yeah. Yeah. But you had bands post, and then they had their whole fan base show out, so they have 30 votes.
Right.
And then the next closest band has 6 votes.
Right.
That's a lot of it.
It's a big gap, too.
And as we start to say this, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, I know.
It'll be very apparent.
Yeah.
Buckshot Princess statistically will win half of the awards.
It's going to be a sweep.
But best new band, the finalists that we have are, congratulations to Buckshot Princess, Beef, it's a band from Fort Smith, Ginger Giant,
Hell yeah.
and Diet Sweets.
Damn.
Those are our 4 finalists for best new band.
They're going to be duking it out.
Let me preface this with saying, for the most part, when I'm saying first band, second band, third band, fourth band, those are in order of who got the most votes. I felt like that was the fairest way to structure it.
Absolutely.
So if you got the most votes, you're at the top, and then second place, third place, fourth place. That doesn't mean you've won or whatever. That just means,
Right, but now it's off to the races because that doesn't necessarily mean anything because once the band's promote it,
yeah.
it'll be
Because
far more
I
intense.
understand the it being weird promoting hey, please nominate me
Right.
or whatever. But when it's you're in the finalists, please, dear God, share this. That's the whole point. We need more people to watch this and know who we are. And we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end because we need money.
Money.
So that's best new band. I don't know if you have any thoughts on
Yeah, I think it's fair.
the finalists.
I don't know who. Well, yeah, didn't we just see Beef?
I haven't seen Beef. They're out of Fort Smith.
Didn't they just play at Vino's?
They've played Vino's, yeah,
Maybe I did just
pretty
see them,
recently,
yeah.
and then they played. I think they played
They were
Full
good,
Moon.
too. Yeah. I did see
I haven't seen them personally though,
That's
so I
good.
don't have an opinion on it. But
I mean, all those bands are great, so...
I've seen Buckshot Princess; they're fantastic. I've
Diet
seen
Sweets is insane.
Diet Sweets is crazy. Ginger
Talented as
Giant
fuck.
has Dylan
Also,
Bradley.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait to see his commercials for this.
yeah, that'll be funny if he does that. Yeah, that'd be sick. But that's best new band.
Hell yeah.
The next category that I have written down is best hardcore artist.
Uh-oh.
Some of these are some people are going to hear this and be like, why is it so and so? Blah, 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 blah. It's because you didn't vote for them. Literally. Period.
That's it.
So I can't wait to see fucking a status about, yeah, this is cool, but I think this band should have, that's
then
fine.
you should've
Okay, well, then
voted.
you
Yeah,
should have
you
voted.
fucker.
Period, end of story, full stop. I don't know what to tell you. There's no fucking electoral college. This was literally just y'all.
Yeah.
Best hardcore artist, Held Tight, Second Life.
It's already a hard fucking...
Stop reading it. Listen to me. Stop reading the thing.
Okay. It's just-
Let me.
I mean, I'm...
Because you're not reacting because you're reading them before I ever say them.
I'm Kreishering you. There you go.
Held Tight, Second Life, Zashed, and Death Rattle
It's insane.
are the 4 finalists
I don't
for
wanna pick
Best
for any of
Hardcore
those.
Artist.
You're all my friends, but I have to pick one.
So here's the thing: you're not required to vote in everything.
No, you should.
So if you want to skip it, it's fine. But you
should put an amendment in there. If you vote for everything, you're cooler by at least 3 cool points.
I don't know, man. It's because there's gonna be people that come in and they're just like, okay, I'm just gonna vote in everything the Buckshot Princess is in because that's what I like. That's their fan or whatever. That's fine. I would definitely encourage you to use this as an opportunity to reach out, like learn about new bands. Like that's the kind of the whole point.
If you don't know who they are, go look up 10 seconds of every band and then pick
Absolutely.
the one you like the most.
That's a fair way to do it.
Yeah.
If you don't know who has the best music video, go watch all 4 of them and then be like, I like this one.
There's some solid ass choices in all these categories. It's ridiculous.
But so that's what we got for best hardcore artist.
I'm flipping a coin on that one. A 4-sided coin.
That's a pretty tough one. They're all incredible
That's insane,
acts,
dude.
they all kill it live. Some of them I'm like closer to than others.
That's
obviously.
what makes it hard. Yep.
But they all put on incredible shows.
Yes, they do.
I've seen all those bands multiple times, and
I've seen every one of those bands recently,
again.
and it's a heart. My God.
Yeah. The next category I have is best country artist.
Yeehaw!
This is one that I felt was important to put in. This is one that wasn't voted on a very lot because our demographic isn't country. But I would like to bring that more in. I want to see all of these scenes come together.
I love country.
And that's why I'm excited about doing this like an in-person event and having all these people in the room together, that kind of thing. So for best country artist, we have Buckshot Princess.
Of course.
They're in a couple of these categories because they're kind of all over the place. You know what I mean?
They fit in more ways than one, for sure.
But they definitely fit in the country.
How many people voted for them in every category, even if it had nothing to do with them?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Buckshot Princess. The next one is Nick Shoulders. He's a pretty popular country artist from Fayetteville area.
That's badass.
He's pretty up there. He's very.
What if everyone that wins every category, that's the next guest on the pod for like 2 months?
It'll be more than 2 months. We have 20 categories.
Like half a year.
So, but I mean, we should obviously anyone on this list that hasn't been on the pod, we should get on the pod in some way, shape, or form. The next one is our friend John Bailey.
Hey,
where's the arm? Shout out to John Bailey. He left one of his limbs here the other day. I've been doing unspeakable things with it.
It's Kurt's companion.
If you want to see that, check out the Patreon.
Kurt's OnlyFans, only $8.
It's like $8.50 actually.
I
went up the price.
Yeah, taxes are a bitch.
These teas are expensive. And then the fourth finalist, I almost said last place, but that's not how this works at all. I was like, wait, no, don't do that. That's fine. That's shitty. The fourth finalist is Chris Baker.
Chris Baker.
He's from the Central Arkansas area as well. Him and John Bailey are good friends. They play shows together here and there. I think they share. Chris Baker, I think, has JC in his band.
Okay.
Maybe.
JC's in every band.
Yeah, he is.
He's like a band
it's
ghost.
crazy how many bands he's in, given that he lives in Nashville now.
That's right.
And he's still
he
in
makes it to all the ships.
He's still in like 4 or 5
Kids living the
little rock
dream.
bands. Yeah, it's crazy.
He's playing music for a living.
But that's best country artist. I know who you're most familiar with. You know Buckshot Princess. You know John
I'm still going to
Bailey.
listen to the other two to give it a fair shake.
Nick Shoulders' voice is incredible.
See, that might sell it. I don't know.
It's incredible.
I'm a sucker for a good voice.
He's also big enough to where I don't know if he's going to come if we reach out to him and stuff.
That's
but
fine.
Surely he would still be flattered that the people voted for him.
I'm not mailing you your award though. If you get it, you don't show up. You either get it when you get it, or I fucking shoot it with my gun.
So, our fourth category is best metal artist. This is where it gets interesting.
I don't know, but here's the problem with metal. What is it?
I think every genre is subjective to the most part.
Rock, metal.
There's so many
subcategories.
Well, here's the thing,
all 100 billion.
Here's the thing, subcategories. I get it. Fuck them. I have 20 categories to work with. I can't fucking. You know what I? The most I went. The most I went into the fucking subcategories is we have metal and we also have hardcore.
All right.
Some people would be like, it's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Well, if it has screaming to most people, it's metal.
Exactly. But my goal is to touch as many bases as possible.
Yes.
Because
You have to
again,
subdivide some
you're
things.
thinking of the end goal too. Like the end goal is this really cool in-person event.
Mm-hmm.
People from different walks of life, different genres, different categories,
All
like
mingling.
all hanging out.
Yeah,
You know.
I agree.
But best metal artist, we had four finalists, as usual. And first one is Terminal Nation. Second
how do you
one,
compete with that?
well, you'll see. Second one is Open Casket.
Damn. Are they metal? See, I don't know.
They're metal. Yeah, it's
They're more
they have
metal than
metal
hardcore?
aspects.
Okay.
Yeah. My Hands to War.
See, we're not metal.
You're metal to the people. Like
Yeah.
from when they like hear you, like
We're so much closer to rock and roll than we are metal. The screaming is the only aspect of us. We don't even have breakdowns.
yeah.
We have a surf rock part in one of our songs.
I don't know what to tell you,
I don't
man.
know.
I didn't do it. I didn't even put in
I know,
nominations. This is the people. The people have spoken, and they
people are
think that
silly.
you're one of the best metal bands in the state. So, deal with it.
I humbly disagree.
And then our fourth nomination is going to be Morbid Visions, fourth finalist.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're literally death metal.
Them
Like,
and Terminal
it's-
Nation
yeah.
make the most sense
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open Casket, I think I can see the argument. I see it more as hardcore, but I don't really know what the line is. So
It has elements of both.
sure. To me, if you sound more hardcore, though, I just immediately go, "That's a hardcore band."
Yeah, but you have to understand that everybody voting on this doesn't really know. Like
get
some
it.
people know the differences, some people don't. Some people care,
I'm
some
not
people
saying
don't care.
I do. I don't.
Number 5, we have Best Live Show, which
I
is
don't
the only
care
one
about
you
this
give a
one.
shit
That's
about.
the only one I care. If I don't win, I'm canceling the podcast.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We can't sway it one way or another, Corey. That's illegal.
I know.
I gotta cut this
I'm
part
just
out
kidding.
now.
No, you don't. I'm just kidding.
Best Live Show. There are 4 finalists. Buckshot Princess. They do put on an incredible show.
They do.
They really do. I saw them last year. They did the Johnny Cash cover, and they had people walk out and like do the trumpet parts and shit. It was incredible.
That's so sick.
It was so sick. My Hands to War.
Hell yeah, bitch.
It's the only band I've ever seen put lights in the ceiling of Vino's.
Yeah. Not the first band to do a projector, but we definitely took the lights to another level. This is the
Lighting was
brightest that
crazy.
room's
You
ever
guys
been.
put on a crazy show. The idea of what you did with the vinyl and like pre-sale and all that stuff is genius,
Well, it was a huge
and it worked
risk.
out perfectly.
Man,
Um,
I'm not usually a huge risk taker. That's probably one of the bigger ones I've ever done.
yeah, and it paid off tenfold.
Yeah.
The Espionage Act,
Good. Have a great
Yeah.
live show.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then our last finalist is none other than Tiny Towns.
Mm-hmm. No favoritism, Kurt. Take the hat off.
Shit, you got me. Subliminal messaging. Yeah. So best live show: Buckshot Princess, My Hands of War, The Espionage Act, and Tiny Towns.
Solid competition.
That's a tough one.
I welcome all challenges.
I know where my vote goes, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah, you're voting for yourself, you little piece of shit.
I sure am not. I don't actually do I voted for myself in that, but I won't vote.
Well, the
for
nominations
anything.
are different.
Yeah,
Finalists, though, yeah.
I won't
it's-
vote for
yeah.
anything myself. I promise. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah. Number 6. This was a doozy. Favorite venue.
I don't even see how. It's like you should have just put the 4 venues we have. Like we.
Basically,
In my
that's who
mind,
won.
yeah.
The 4 finalists are Vinny's Pizza,
Vinny's, gotta love Vinny's.
Vino's,
Uh-huh.
The Hall,
Of course.
incredible venue. I know you haven't been there yet, but I really want to get you to a show there because I think
It'll
you'd
happen
enjoy
at
it.
some point.
Full Moon Records in
Of
Conway,
course, Yep.
and then our 4th finalist is Whitewater Tavern.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of it
Yeah,
in my mind.
there are others, but
Sure.
you know, and everybody got nominations. It wasn't.
They did.
You know,
even venues that we didn't even really. There's not
Yeah.
even really like, is that a venue?
I think.
South
I mean,
on
somebody
Main
put down
even got a
fucking EJ's.
Yeah.
Well, South on Main is now called the Busker.
The Busker.
But yeah,
We can go by there.
almost every venue, even Simmons Arena, got a nomination. You know what I mean? Imagine if Simmons Arena like won.
Nobody's coming from
No,
there.
nobody's coming. No, yeah,
We just take the plaque up to the steps and set it down, take a photo. Like, we left it there.
yeah.
Some homeless person's probably going to trade it for food, hopefully.
Number 7, album of the year.
There was some heat this year.
Now so one of these is an EP, which to me counts.
Yeah, whatever. Really, released music. As a
But the
grouping
other
of songs.
3 are albums, like proper
Because
albums.
albums are rarer.
This day and age, you don't see albums very often.
Not often.
So
More
it's
of a single
I like
EP
that we're
thing.
celebrating the bands
The
that
record, yeah.
did it. There was a time constraint to this one. I think I said April 2023 to May 2024.
Yeah.
So because we wanted it to be before the voting started.
Right.
The voting started in, it was like mid-May, I think. I
Something
don't
like
remember.
that,
It was
yeah.
something like that.
But that's over a year.
But not nominations. I gotta stop saying that word. It's the finalists.
The finalists are
Ursula Kingdom by My Hands of War. Ka-chow. Echoes of the Devil's Den by Terminal Nation.
I think we know who's going to win this one.
Dogs Watch TV EP
That's
by
sick.
Buckshot Princess.
What a good name.
And Imposter Syndrome by the Espionage Act.
Damn. Another solid lineup. Hand me that, by the way. I want to use that to show this off. So we talked about something, it's unreachable goal.
Yeah, this isn't biased at all that you're showing this off while we're talking about the
I'm just
album of the
happy
year.
about it. We can take this completely. This isn't part of the thing. I just want to show everybody what they missed out on. Look at that.
What do you mean missed out on it? There's like fucking 600 of them.
We probably should have printed far more than we did. You know what is something funny about this record, though?
Oh, the A-B side
The
thing?
A-B
Yeah.
side thing. We didn't mark them. So if you have one of these, if you look on the side B, we'll have a very short song on it. That's how you know side A, side B. You know, I've never made a record before, Kurt, so
Well, you would think that would just be...
I think a bigger
On it.
issue also was we were so focused on the problems we were having with the artwork that we
Yeah.
didn't understand. Then here's the fucking front. And the back.
This is not subliminal messaging for you to vote
No,
for
man, I'm just proud of it.
Ursula Kingdom instead of Dogs Watch TV.
I'll bring in Terminal Nation's record next week because I bought that one too.
I have
And
the
the
old one. I
insert.
don't have Echoes.
Which the photo is by yours truly over here.
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron.
And how many people get to be in the record for the show they were at? But I do want to say that.
Not me.
Well, you're in it, technically. That this was a huge ask, you know, of our fans and everybody involved, and more than just our fans, our friends. Like, we put a lot on the line for this to work, and it
Corey can't get it in the sleeve.
did these little sleeves. Like, they're good, but fuck. But, you know, it's just kind of unreal that this thing exists. I'm just super proud of it.
Yeah.
I cried many, many, many times when I finally got in my car. I couldn't even leave the practice space. I was fucking boo-hooing. It's just cool. I'm just proud of it. Sorry. Next. I'm not voting for it.
I don't know who I'm voting for yet. I won't know until I do it. I could think about it all day long, but until I click the button, I don't know. But yeah, that was album of the year. My Hands of War, Ursula Kingdom. Echoes of the Devil Den by Terminal Nation. Dogs Watch TV by Buckshot Princess. And Imposter Syndrome by the Espionage Act.
There you go.
Espionage Act got a lot of nominations too. They're in a lot of these.
Good.
Uh,
They have a strong fan base.
Next one I have is Best Live Sound Engineer.
This is the one that was the most, like, the guy at this venue, the fucking...
Yeah, it's all over the
Like,
place.
you know, the hall has 4 sound guys, I think.
I don't think so.
It's not just Mark.
Mark does like monitors mostly.
Yeah, but they have multiple sound
But Mark
guys.
is like the main guy.
Yeah,
And Mark is on here.
good. He should.
So we have Jackson Gladden,
Yep.
that one guy from
No
Vino's.
surprise.
Mark Colbert from the Hall. Mark Bucci, who is apparently the sound guy at what is it called? Smoke and Barrel
Okay.
in Fayetteville.
Sweet. Love that place.
And then Josh Delac.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised Maestro didn't make it.
I don't think enough people in the public know about Maestro.
That's true. The dude's
Maestro
a
was on
badass.
there. Somebody put it in.
Really?
But
Was it me?
it was like one.
I wonder if it was me. I can't
I
remember.
don't know. I can look. We can find it after. I got
love
it all.
Maestro. He rubs people the wrong way a lot, but I love that guy.
I even
Very
have all
funny.
my numbers here as far as like who was close and who was
Right.
not close, and well, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. That one didn't have one that was close.
No,
That one was those four straight through.
straight through.
Next one we got best rock artist.
Oh shit.
This one, this was one that was like there was an upset for me, but there was a trade off that was worth it.
Sure.
But this one was Buckshot Princess,
Of course.
The Espionage Act, Jupiter's Flytrap.
Okay.
They made it, and then I thought it was this one band, but then I added things up, and it was a different band. And that band is the one that made it a finalist, Tiny Towns.
Rock and roll. Yeah.
I
put
thought
them
it
in
was
rock.
Go for Gold. Tiny Towns beat them out by a couple votes.
Damn.
So I was like heartbroken, but still,
Right. Yeah.
I kind of
I want
fine
all
with
my
it.
friends to win, but
You know,
this is what the public wants.
I'm also thinking of it from the perspective of like, when it's different, that's 5 more people we can invite that
Right.
may or may not have come if they were just
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
general public.
On a broader expression. Yeah.
Number 10. Guess what category this is?
Best food truck.
That wasn't even a fucking... Corey, have you paid attention to any of this?
Guitarist.
Best rapper.
Oh shit.
I bet you could guess the 4.
Tan the Terrible.
Yeah.
Johnny Vine.
Yep.
Did somebody put a producer in there and not know that they're not a rapper?
Nope.
Okay. So Uniwa's not on the list?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Well, don't say good.
Well, he's not a rapper.
Yeah.
He's a... Anyway.
He put out a
he's a
song with
DJ.
vocals once.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I should listen to it. I may have. I imagine one of them's one of those kids.
Nope.
No? Rice
Nope.
didn't win? No?
Nope.
Damn. He's not bad. I don't know.
You do know, but best rapper we have Johnny Vine,
Okay.
Mac Louie,
Mac Louie. Oh, I'm such a terrible person.
Tan the Terrible,
Delete that.
and Fresco Gray.
Fuck. Dude. I'm sorry, Mac.
That's why I was like, I know you know these.
Fuck, dude. How did I forget?
If you're listening to this and you're finding out
I'm
through
a bad
this,
person, dude.
if you're finding out through this that you are a finalist and you haven't received your like little finalist card thing from me to post on social media, please reach out to me. There's a lot of people I'm having to talk to about this, and Facebook is a very fickle beast. You type the
Facebook
same
sucks.
word 3 times, and it's
Yeah.
like you can't message anybody anymore.
That's right.
So again, I should have reached out to everybody by now. And if you're listening to this and you forgot to post it, please post it with the link in the bio so people can vote.
You freaking dorks.
But if you haven't heard from me yet and your name is being called, please hit me up.
This is a roll call.
I have something for you to post and something for you to help promote it.
That one's gonna
If
be
you
tough for
if
me.
you were a finalist, you are automatically invited to the in-person event that we have for free with a +1. You can bring a friend or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your spouse or your dog or your
No dogs. No.
dogs watch TV, bro.
They do, but no.
Cooper can't come. Bro,
He's the only dog that
tuxedo
can
with a
come.
Cooper.
He's the
Oh,
only dog
bro,
that-
it's
okay,
gotta
he's
happen.
He's doing an award nomination.
He's the one introducing.
delivering
everybody.
one of the awards,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh man.
Spencer in the back getting him to talk. We just put up some subtitles.
We did like a little shoot thing the other day, and we used him for clickbait. And me and Jared were like behind the camera, like Cooper.
Hell yeah, dude.
Uh,
I'd click on him.
Best bassist.
Oh my god. Cody Lee.
No.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
Somebody did put the guy from Second Life. I don't remember his name. Yeah. So we have Zach Shows. I bet you can guess what band he's from.
Zach
Buckshot
Schmidt.
Princess.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know the last name. Shows.
We have Jeremy Gifford of Ginger Giant and Lumina.
Makes sense. Good bassist.
He's incredible, yeah.
Yeah.
We have Zeph Leva. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. If it's not, I'm sorry. Takes the Cake.
Okay.
And then we have Ian Collins, which is one that I didn't recognize, but then I realized that we just had him sitting right here.
Yeah.
Of Jupiter's Flytrap.
I went and looked at some of their videos. He is pretty fucking talented kid. He's a
How
strange
many degrees did he say he has? Like 2 or 3 degrees in like music already?
He's clearly like on a different level.
Yeah, but that's what we got for best bassist.
Okay, I like it. I'll take it.
Pretty eclectic, pretty across the board.
I think if
we got pop punk, we got country, we got like classical-ish music. We a little bit of everything.
I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it.
Fuck.
So next up, this is the 12th category. These may not be in the same order when it comes to all the other shit, but like this is just how I had to number it to make sure I got all 20 of them. Best guitarist. Sorry you're not in it, Corey.
I don't even want to be in it. I'm not the best guitarist. I can write riffs, but I can't play guitar.
Here's the thing. You don't have to be the best in anything. You just have to get the most nominations.
Democracy.
So we have Tommy Robinson of Terminal Nation, longtime friend, friend of the podcast.
Longtime friend, longtime best buddy.
Evan Peck of Buckshot Princess.
Yeah. I knew where that one was going.
You were like, it's a name I don't recognize. It must be Buckshot.
It must be Buckshot Princess.
Zach Smith of the Espionage Act.
Okay.
And then Jared Williams from Go for Gold.
Oh, shit.
Those are our 4 finalists for Best Guitarist.
Man, that's a solid lineup.
Yeah. Very solid lineup. I don't think there's anything in any of these where like I was like, oh, I don't think they deserve that.
I think if you're a fan of the music scene, you're gonna be like, damn.
Best drummer.
This was the hardest
for you,
dude.
I don't even think your vote went towards the actual. Yeah.
What's stupid if it didn't?
Who did you vote for?
I can't say.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
This isn't the fucking presidential election. You're not gonna get fucking.
It took so much, dude. It's the reason it took me so long.
You just don't want other people to get mad that you didn't vote for them. Is that what it is? I'll look it up.
Yeah. You can guess who it is.
I can't.
Exactly.
You either tell me, like, you give me a look if they're in the thing.
Okay.
Best drummer. I think now that I'm looking at it, I think I know who you voted for.
Okay.
Brandon Hall from the Espionage Act.
Good choice. Great drummer.
He's incredible. He also does like stuff with Jetaway Music,
I know.
some other bands.
If you're teaching drums, you're probably a pretty good drummer.
He teaches, like he's in a million other bands. Yeah. He's incredible. Incredibly nice guy too.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I saw something. Ivy Swint from
Let me guess.
Buckshot Princess. Trevor Sullivan from Held Tight. And also Go for Gold.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How does that work?
What do you mean?
We don't have to put the band name on that one, do we?
What do you mean?
We just remember best drummer. Yeah, well, because some awards they have like the of blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you can or can't. It doesn't matter. It's just sometimes some people don't know the names, so you have to associate. I'm trying to associate band names with them as much.
Yet, so we have to make the awards after the nominations are done. The voting.
After the finalists, there'll be a gap between
there has to be
when this ends and because this will probably end. I'm thinking I want it to start. It starts today, Tuesday,
right?
And I want it to end. I want you to have at least a month, maybe longer.
At least a month.
So I'm thinking end of August.
Yeah,
like August 31st is probably when it'll cut off. So that gives you a month and a half for us to all push it, all do that. Hopefully by then we will have a date locked in for the in-person event. At least a deposit paid, stuff like that towards it, which we'll have more information for. It's going to be in the winter, so it's nice and cold. You can dress up real fancy. It'll be on a Saturday, so you can clear the whole day. You can make a thing out of it.
Yeah.
Most likely it'll be an in-person awards event with an after party.
It's going to be a true event.
We want to go all out, provided that we can raise the funding to do it.
Right.
Which we will need everybody's help with, and we have some ideas, and we're going to be as transparent as possible about what we need and what it's going towards. Right. Because we want you to have just as much ownership of it as we do.
Agreed.
Especially if you're involved in, like, you're a nominee or you're a finalist, or you know what I mean.
Who's the fourth drummer?
Oh shit, I forgot. Christian Whitehead
Hey.
of Any Given Room, or Ultra, or EMS, or Ginger Giant.
Or throw a dart at a fucking wall and just...
That man has done... he does some crazy stuff with the same drum set he got when he was fucking 11, apparently. I don't know. I make that joke because it's a first act drum kit. It's one of the late, you know.
No, he's a fucking... he's ridiculous.
Unstoppable. Yeah. And I've seen him play shows where he does multiple sets, and it's insane.
He's a
but
monster.
yeah, all of these drummers are
absolutely
incredible.
Beast. Yeah.
Was yours on there?
Yes.
I thought so. I think yeah. You don't even remember who you voted for, really, do you?
I do. Because it was the hardest decision ever. I really felt bad.
Well, I thought it was either a name that's on here or another name that isn't, that you're...
Which is shocking to
may
me.
or may not be related to.
Right. I can't believe he's not on there. I truly can't.
I don't disagree, but again, you know, some people pushed it, some people didn't.
Yeah. Well, he's so fucking humble. He would be...
No, yeah, I don't... I fully understand people not being like, hey, please vote for me or whatever. Mm-hmm. But you can't get mad at the people who did do that. You
That's
know
right.
what I mean? Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, I'm too humble to ask for the votes, but then also I'm mad because somebody did and they got it.
Nobody voted for me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You can't have both.
No.
Best vocalist. This one is broad. This one's really open to interpretation. Because, you know, like, somebody's reading this and they're like, I only listen to metal, so that's who I'm going to vote for.
I went with someone I thought could do every single thing. Like, if I could put them in any band, they would pull it off. That was my criteria.
Yeah. I think I know who you voted for, but I don't think they're in this.
That's crazy.
Are they in the room with us now?
No. You're the only person in the room, Kurt.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Okay. That's what I was... Yeah.
Can I pee real quick while you run those down?
Shit.
I'm sorry.
It's less fun if I don't have your reaction.
Buddy, I'm sorry.
You also just drank probiotics.
That's true, too.
Hello. Welcome to Crashcast episode 199, where we ask you for money again and again and again. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about this. I think it's coming together really cool. I hope that you guys listening are excited about it. I hope that the people that end up being finalists are excited about it. I sent out a couple of, like, preemptive, like, hey, you're a finalist the other night, and people seemed really receptive to it and excited about it. So we really, 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 really want to do this in-person event, and it's very expensive. Like, the numbers we're looking at right now to do it proper, like, rent a space that can house everybody, we can have a bar, we can have, you know, sound equipment, all that stuff. The room itself is expensive, but we also, like, I have a stretch goal of I want to do that. I want to be able to hire a crew to come in and film it. And then we also want to have, like, a little after party afterwards that we, you know, pay a band a couple $100, you know.
Hell yeah.
That kind of thing. Baby. So we'll be discussing actual numbers, and we'll be very transparent with you once we have more information. We also need money for you to be able to actually build the awards, because we want to make custom awards.
Yeah, custom.
We don't want to just hand you a certificate and say, winner, you know, hand you a certificate and, like, slap you on the ass and say thanks for, you know. I think we have one for the winner, like a band, and depending on the funding we get, we may or may not be able to make one for each person in that band.
That'll be an extreme ask.
I agree, but, you know, if we have enough money for us to be like, here's the materials and here's some money for you to take 3 days off and just do it.
To be the
you know
case,
what I mean?
Yeah, because that's what it would take.
And hopefully we will. You'll get those numbers to me soon, and then we'll work out. Because again, if I have a reason to ask for money, I have no problem doing it.
Sure, I know you don't.
And most people don't have a problem giving it if they know that it's going to something like this.
That's true.
We make nothing off this.
No,
and we don't want to.
We never do. I've never put money in my pocket at the end of the day and went, cool.
We still owe you money. the podcast still owes you money.
I've never wanted anything from it, so
you wanted everything from it, but not financially.
Just notoriety, Kurt. No, I'm just kidding.
I just want to walk into Vito's and somebody say, "Hey, aren't you that podcast guy?"
Mm-hmm. Which is every time I walk into Vino's now, so that's good.
Anyway, we didn't say the finalists.
Okay.
I just said the announcement of best vocalist, and it is the finalists are Peyton Marshall
of
Buckshot Princess.
Jesus Christ.
Dylan Bradley,
No surprise there.
Any Given Room, and Ginger Giant.
Fuck, smart-ass vocalist.
His wife sent me a video the other night of him like legitimately like winning a singing contest like at some like collegiate thing or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, crazy.
I mean, the dude's insane.
Um,
He pulled off Paramore flawlessly.
Not to tangent too hard, but you know Paramore's been opening for Taylor Swift, right? Like
No.
overseas. Yeah, so they were the opening act for the Eras tour for like a bunch of like overseas things. I saw this video today of this girl was the only one in the crowd that knew Paramore. And
That's so
they were
sad.
doing No Pressure, and she was like screaming it, and everybody around her was like,
What are you here for?
exactly, yeah. And I was
it's the
just
worst
like,
shit in the
you
world.
are fucking missing out. Like,
Yeah, Paramore is God.
you're watching Paramore, and all you can think about is like, well, can they end so Taylor can come on stage?
It's
You know?
fucked. Yeah, it's culture.
I thought it was hilarious, but anyway,
gross.
so yeah, Peyton Marshall, Buckshot Princess, Dylan Bradley, Any Given Room, and Ginger Giant, Sonny Sweets of Diet Sweets.
Oh, Mr. Sweets. Dude got a fucking set of pipes on him.
He does, and then the last finalist is Zach Smith of the Espionage Act.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mr.
all rock
Jukebox
singers.
himself.
Mr. Jukebox.
Yeah. So
That is where people tend to go when you go vocalist. But see, I was like, I need someone who can do everything.
there were nominations for
Yeah.
people who scream, people who just sing,
Right,
people
right.
who it's all over the place. But these were the top four.
Top
There was
ones,
it was no
I'm
like.
not surprised by that because when you say vocalist, that's
I
where
think
you're-
more towards singing more
Yeah.
than anything else. But vocalist is again very broad.
Right. Which people, if they only knew how hard it was to scream, they would be like, "Wow, that is talented as well." Because it is insane. As a person who screams in a band,
Yeah, so
it's very hard.
the only two other names I have on here that didn't make it also sing.
Really?
But your vote, the person you voted for,
Yeah.
didn't make it by 3 votes.
Damn.
And that
So
person,
that's how close it
and he
is.
also tied with somebody else.
Right. Fuck.
So that would have been best music video. I feel a little biased because I've
Did all of them?
worked with 3 out of the 4. I either produced or helped
Right,
shoot
right.
or
Or gave the
something,
idea,
like. But so we have best music video, "Bad Luck Lady" by Buckshot Princess.
You don't say. Get right out of town.
It is a great video. "Insignias" by My Hands to War.
Ooh, baby, that's a fucking movie. We didn't make a music video. We made a fucking movie.
It's something, and it makes you feel something.
People should go back and rewatch that one. It didn't get enough love.
Let's stop being biased.
I'm not voting for it.
You should go back and you should watch all of these.
You actually should because you should
Especially
make
if
an
you
informed
haven't seen
opinion.
any of these, you should,
You should watch
and
them back to
then
back to
vote.
back so you can.
Don't
vote.
just go in and be like, I know that band, so I'm going to vote for them. Go watch these.
Right.
They're all incredible. Written by The Victor by Terminal Nation.
Hell yeah.
And then Fake Love by Go for Gold.
There you go.
So
Good video.
those are the four. Yeah, Fake Love's it's a vertical video, but
Yeah.
it's pretty solid.
I like vertical video. We did one. It's
Yeah.
good format.
Um,
I've been thinking about doing another one actually.
I think I talked to you about this just privately, but I'll talk about it publicly too. The next 2 categories, I feel like I could have combined and then had something else, but that's all hindsight. And I didn't really realize this until I saw the finalists and saw
Right.
that they were almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
And that's one is best producer and one is best recording studio. Obviously, the recording studios
People
have
don't
producers.
really know the difference.
You know what I
either.
mean?
That's a complicated
So,
word.
I think what is it? On these 2 of them are in. Well, actually, there's only one that 2. Yeah, 2 are in both categories, and it's because the producer got voted, and then the recording studio is owned by that producer.
Usually,
It goes hand in hand. You know what I mean?
especially on a smaller level.
But so for best producer, our finalists are Nathan Close.
Yeah,
It's close, not close.
which is complete horseshit. Nathan, we know you're lying.
John LeCompte,
Okay, not surprised.
Christian Whitehead,
Hey,
and then Ben Carey.
well, okay.
Yeah. So those are top 4 for
They all make good shit.
best producer.
Everything they put out is fucking sounds great.
Now, best recording studio, you'll see the overlap here as we start. Well, not the first one, but Wolfman Studios.
Yep.
Very popular.
Had to be on there.
Incredible studio. Yep. Very fun. Ted Fritz is great.
Yeah. Been there many times.
Red Room Studios, which is John LeCompte. Close Audio, which is Nathan Close.
Yeah.
And then East End Sound.
Oh, shit.
Which is like Jeff Morgan and those guys, yeah.
It's a cool fucking spot, man. I've never been to LeCompte's place. Looks cool. That East End Sound is something crazy, bro. Which Nathan's such a fucking little weird genius. He's got a damn
I think if Nathan
bedrooms.
lived in Central Arkansas,
Dude. I mean, he does it out of this fucking, he has a studio. I've never been there.
yeah,
but
it's
like,
cozy.
he just fucking rails out these hits. Like, the dude is, I don't know. He's got a different brain.
If you want your music to sound good, send it to any of those guys.
Literally,
I'm not going to say bias. I'm not going to show a bias. I have a bias when it comes to that, but it's just a friendship thing. It's not a quality thing.
I think mine's a little bit of both.
18, Best Music Festival. I was getting a lot of shit for this one because people were like, well, there's only one. There's only this. There's only that.
There's far more than one.
There are
dummies.
more than you think of. And there are some that were brought up that I didn't even, think of that way.
Right.
But, number 1, pretty easy pick. Banging in the Rock.
Oh,
What were you going to say?
I was going to say the Edge Fest.
Oh, no. Somebody did vote Edge Fest, R.I.P. And I was like, what? Who am I going to give that fucking to? You know what I mean?
The Edge is barely alive, dude. Come on.
Yeah, so Banging in the Rock is number 1 finalist.
No surprise there.
I shouldn't say number 1 because it looks like it's a bias. They got the most votes.
It's just the first one on your list.
But yeah, Banging in the Rock. It's a hardcore festival curated here in Little Rock every year.
By the Bitcher crew.
By the Banging in the Rock team. If you know, you know. If you don't,
you better get in the
buy a fucking ticket.
God dang.
Find out, The next one, Arkansas Death Fest, which happens at the Heathen House.
Which is
in
wild,
Cord, Arkansas.
Place. I gotta make it over there someday.
They built a whole ass stage and stuff now too, because it was just on their
tree
porch.
house.
Yeah, tree houses. It's crazy.
Hey, fuck it, we gotta go.
It looks like a very cool spot. I'm excited about what we're doing this weekend, but
me too.
We don't want to confuse anybody. So well, if we clean up that camera, we can.
That's a good idea.
So Banging in the Rock, and then Arkansas Death Fest, and then next we have Mutants of the Monster Fest. So that's curated by CT. It's very it's classed as a micro festival. And it's a lot of fun. Usually in North Little Rock.
Yep.
Usually 4-quarter bar, and then the little theater next door.
A micro fest.
Yeah. Always fun. Always has a pretty solid turnout.
Yeah. Always.
And then the next one is Anvil Fest, which is out of Fayetteville.
See, never heard of it. It's Anvil, Rafe.
Yeah.
Rafe.
Yeah, the Holy Anvil Recording Studios. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
See, when I say I haven't heard of it, and then my brain goes, yes, you have, stupid.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so Anvil Fest, I've been talking to them a lot because they know how to get sponsors and stuff like that, and they've been giving me a lot of. They're 100% down. We just got to make it work.
We just got to go up there, dude. It's our fault.
But, well, because I think we think that trip is harder and more expensive than it is, and then it's both of us have been to Fayetteville 4 or 5 times this month.
Tons of people who live there.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Best music store / repair shop. This is number 19. This is the one that has 5 finalists. The reason being, 2 of them tied, and I didn't have a way to tiebreaker them.
Right.
So, best music store / repair shop. Renown Music here in North Little Rock. Cousins Music, which is in Fort Smith.
Okay.
Quaddle Bombs, which is in Searcy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that one's on there.
Full Moon Records is in Conway. And then Palmer Music, which is also in Conway.
Yeah,
it's
Palmer.
right across from Full Moon.
Forget about Palmer.
So, I think Palmer and Full Moon were actually the 2 that were tied.
What's cool? Guitar Center's not on that list.
It almost was, unfortunately.
But they're not. That's good.
I would have personally messaged everybody that voted for Guitar Center if they made it and been like, why? Why would you do this?
I mean, our friends work there, so like.
To be fair, there was one that said, "Not Guitar Center."
Just pick one,
Yeah.
just not this one.
Shit, Corey, we only got one category left.
Best.
We're only 20 minutes into this.
Drummer.
We already did best drummer.
Oh, wait. So what have we not done? Keyboardist.
That's not a category.
Shit. Well, sorry, Chris from Under Oath.
You would have been the only one to vote for him, and everybody else would have been like Steven Silvas.
No, I would have voted for Steven for sure. What else could it be? I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean you'll
We
be
did
like
venue.
you'll be like, oh yeah, that one.
You could say it literally.
Best
anything.
promoter.
Oh yeah.
One we literally were talking about. Yeah,
Dude, my brain is pure shit.
I'm aware.
It's unbelievable.
It's all that
We
hot
were
water
just
you've been
talking about.
drinking. Yeah.
There's toxins in this water.
So best promoter. I'll let you talk about it a little bit because I am in it.
Oh, right here. From
So-
top to bottom.
Not to be biased, you vote for who you want to vote for.
That's right. So number one spot, we got Samantha Allen.
Yep. Rev Room, Heavy Hits Productions.
Good old Downtown Days, been around forever, no surprise there. Number two, also, I mean, all these people who have been around. Evan Grove, of Morbid Visions fame.
Evan Grove, Morbid Visions. He books a shit ton of mostly hardcore, some shoegazy
A
little
little bit of shoegaze, yeah.
His
Here and
his
there.
his old band, I Was Afraid, used to be on a record company
Yeah.
called Sunday Drive Records, and they do a lot of like shoegazy, like
Stan,
Same
and I'm
song.
going to do my best. I think it's Leszewski.
that's pretty spot on. I'm pretty sure
That's
that's
pretty
it.
close. I think I missed
Yeah.
the middle bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Stan. He books everything, dude.
Well, he is a multi.
He has a lot of friends, and
That
it's
dude's
usually
got
he's booking
all
his
the
friends.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then our one and only Kurt Lungsford.
I don't know why the fuck you guys nominated me, but hey, I appreciate it.
Hey, because they have fun and they come to your shows and they do well.
I feel weird about it because again,
You're
like
passing photographer and surging into
for the most part, I've done
show
like
promoter.
and there are other people too that were nominated that I feel like are more deserving, but
They just didn't get as many.
I can't be biased in both ways.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't be biased at all. Otherwise, what's the point of this whole thing?
right. That was the whole deal, is to not be.
That was why we put it in the people's hands.
Yes.
And there were people that were so close, and I was like, "Please, dear God, I hope they get enough votes because I feel like it's gonna be weird if I'm in it."
Yeah,
But they didn't.
it happens.
So, vote
What
for
you
the
do
other
tomorrow,
three.
show.
Don't vote for me.
I feel the same way, except for never mind. I'll do that on my personal account. I will fucking go after all of you.
But yeah, there were a lot of close races.
Dude, it was a lot. Did we talk about the sponsorships?
I haven't got to that part yet. I was talking a little bit about money whenever you were in the bathroom, just saying like there's a big number we need, and we need all the help we get,
It's pretty big.
and that we don't plan to keep a dime of it.
Nope. We never have, by the way.
Uh,
Just so y'all know. We've always been transparent.
yeah.
And we've never spent a single dime that wasn't on this podcast. We've never like, oh, I've got my electric bill due. That's not how it works.
Well,
Or-
money has gone to this electric bill, but that's
because
because it's the studio.
This is the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I'm saying like
Yeah.
like it didn't go. to
That's
fucking-
what I was just trying
Yeah,
to clarify.
Like,
Like,
if it went to gas money, it's because we
there-
were going somewhere.
there have
If it went
definitely
to-
been months where the Patreon payout has gone towards helping pay bills for.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
because
the studio
this
is
a
based
studio.
here.
Yeah. I mean, I would like it if this Patreon just paid for it. Period. But it's
Yeah.
Speaking of Patreon, should we say that we're about to do a?
I mentioned that we had something in the works. We
Okay.
haven't fully fleshed out how we
Yeah,
want to
let's
do
go
that.
and talk about. Yeah, you're
We
right.
can, but I think there are
We're gonna
other
have a
things to-
contest, Patreon contest, and even if you stay subscribed
I don't
for
want
just a
to.
month,
I don't want to put too much on
but
the
you
plate all
can't
at
do
once.
free tier.
Yeah, it has to be a paid tier.
Had to be a paid
unfortunately.
tier, and you'll be entered.
No
in a
purchase
contest.
necessary, but it has to be a paid tier.
And it's actually in this room right now. There's a prize, and it's fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah.
It is actually ridiculous, and I almost just want to take it to my house.
Corey's like,
But I'm not
what if we
gonna-
just didn't do the giveaway and I
Yeah.
kept it?
Yeah.
But that's exactly why we went with what we went with, because
Yes.
it's one of those things that's like, everybody's going to see it and be like, oh, that's sick. I would love to have that, but I don't want to buy it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But $5 for $5
It's a-
gets you
it's-
an entry fee.
The
And you get some-
lowest Patreon tier is $5. The highest is $20, and the value of the product we have is about $120.
roughly, yeah.
So
Plus the game, maybe $130.
that's what I
Yeah.
included the game.
Forgot about the game,
It's a fun game. I kind of want to play it.
which I think we just gave away what it is.
Well, the context clues, stuff like that. I'm not opposed to saying it, but again, I just don't want to put
we
too
could
much
show it to 'em.
information. I just don't want to give them too much information all at once, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, I was, they were focused on this." But
Well, because we don't have the month set up.
We also
We know you're all
aren't
gonna
taking into account
unsubscribe
people
and-
that are listening to this.
That's right.
Yeah,
Just-
it'll be its own thing.
It'll be its own thing.
Just know that most likely it'll be next month's Patreon will be the eligibility.
Probably.
So August. It'll probably be an August thing.
Or
you'll-
September. Maybe we go through August and see about sponsorships, and then if we, which every dollar helps.
See, Corey's trying to push it back so that he can take it home and play it.
Maybe. I wouldn't mind just leaving it here and playing it. I just want to play it, to be honest.
Yeah.
more the game than the.
Well, you can find an emulator for the
Sick
game on your
fucking
phone.
game.
Or
I
whatever,
actually
but,
already have it, but
Oh
that's
God.
fine.
It's okay. Anyway, we need money.
Money.
But, like we want to strive to be as transparent and open with everybody as possible.
It sucks that sometimes these things take a lot. So, and this one's a lot. This is a broad
But
idea.
this is a lot, but all of this money is going back into an event that
It
is
is.
for everyone.
Yeah,
So,
it's not going to funnel. And you had a good idea earlier, too, if we made too much money past everything, if everything got paid for. And
Yeah, it's one of those things where we'll just
that we would
ask.
just donate it to a charity.
We'll ask. We'll be transparent about once we hit our goal.
Yeah.
And then if it goes past that, because again, something that I brought up in the very beginning that I didn't even think about was like, if we do an after party and we pay a band to play.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they should get paid for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Is this is an opportunity to where it can be beneficial for everyone, and I want everyone who does invest and help sponsor and does
Yes.
these things or buys a ticket to come to feel like their money is going to this cool event that
Absolutely.
is beneficial for everybody. But the number keeps going up the more I add to it.
You got to stop adding at some point. You
Yeah,
have to
but
take your
it's like,
baseline,
so
'cause
we-
this is a trial run too. If this whole thing crashes and burns, that's an expensive fucking. It costs more than a brand new MacBook.
That's
That's
what? We're
expensive.
just gonna raise the money and go buy brand new MacBooks.
Not opposed. We are running out of computer space.
We have a quote for the room, which we haven't like actually negotiated with them or done any of that stuff like that.
Clearly, some things we can take off because I own half the shit they're fucking.
The quote is $2,700.
God.
Now that does include the bar is staffed,
Yeah.
and that's all day. That's 8 a.m. to midnight. We have time to come in, set up, rehearse,
Yes.
hang
That's how we
out,
do everything.
have lunch.
Yeah.
We can we can even bring in a food vendor if we want to. I didn't even really kind of
Absolutely
take that into account.
should. At least a baker, since they can sell food anywhere. They don't have to have. Like,
Well, we
special
just hire a
donuts.
food truck and they can cook it in the truck and bring it in.
Yeah, that's true.
It will be a cash bar. We're not rich enough to fucking pay for the bar for
Sorry.
you. Sorry.
I'm buying alcohol for 300 people. That's
yeah,
fucking
no,
crazy.
it's like ain't nobody get married. And even
if
they
we
are,
could,
shit.
though, you know what's crazy? If we could, we would. We just like the whole thing's free. Just show up.
Hey, if we raise 10 grand, if we raise 10 grand, I'll make sure it's a free bar.
It would have to be pretty close to 10 grand.
But as of right now, it'll be a cash bar because we have to pay their fees. We have to pay for the bartenders. We also have to pay for the space itself.
Tables, chairs, PA system.
Tables and chairs, all that stuff's included.
Oh, okay.
PA system, we have someone
I have.
bringing one.
Dude, I have my own.
We have someone bringing one.
I wonder if mine's better.
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably.
It might be.
It probably is.
Based on who it is, it might not be. But I understand where you're coming from. Either one will find. We have a PA system. And then ideally like projector and stuff, which what they're asking for out of the room, the one that's in the room is not that bad.
Is it?
It's like $150.
But is it any good?
No, yeah, I saw the screen. It's this big ass, like already put together screen.
Okay. Because Vinos has a projector too, and it's pure shit.
Well, somebody
It's
ripped it in
$20
half.
fucking.
So.
No, that was the screen.
Yeah.
They don't know.
It
about
wasn't
that
me.
Yeah.
Whoops.
The
The point is, we need. I would love to hit $3,500.
Be sick. You'd get everything done.
Close. Not everything I want, but close.
You don't have to get everything you want though.
Well, because here's the thing.
If it's enough to get it like.
I
fucking,
want.
It's not out of pocket, but it's not a struggle. Then great.
I want. So room. 20. Let's say $2,500.
God damn.
That's including the bar already paid for.
Yeah.
That's taking some stuff off. So whatever.
Yeah. There's stuff we can take off.
Depending on the date, like there's negotiation there.
Right.
What else was it? Whatever you need to build the wards. We gotta take that into
Should
account.
probably be a couple $100. I'd put 200 because plexiglass ain't fucking cheap.
So
especially for that many, because minimum we have to make 20.
I really, really, really want to pay some people to come in and film it. I already have a team in mind. They're incredible at what they do. They're very good friends of mine. They'd be happy to cut us a deal, but I still want to pay them according to what I would want to get paid doing the same thing. So for me, I would love to raise $1,000 for that.
Yeah.
So just be like, here, you guys are good,
Well, now you're at $3,700.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
But I mean, they would handle.
Yeah, they would do it all.
Filming it, audio, edit it all together, and then we were able to put it out on YouTube, and we're able to enjoy the event and run it without having to deal with all that.
Yeah.
We'd be hiring 3 different people. They'd be coming with multiple cameras. And one of the biggest questions I've been getting from people is, will this be filmed? Will this be live streamed? Will this be, whatever. If we get enough money, yeah.
For $2 on Patreon.
Now, how do we make that money?
We sell blood and semen.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Was the bone marrow? If you do that regularly, not bone marrow, but the plasma. That's where it is.
Plasma. Yeah, I was like,
you can make $800 a month.
It's kind of a lot. If I was homeless,
you can go once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think the closest one is in Fort Smith or Fayetteville or something.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I remember looking it up because I was real broke at the time. Not that I'm not still broke,
What about a kidney?
How much are those? How much are those?
I mean, I feel like you could get at least $5,000.
How'd you guys pay for this? Well, we both sold our kidneys.
We're gonna die soon. That's how.
At least I did. Corey tried to.
Probably wouldn't take mine.
We, based on the amount of people that we're inviting, nominees, the finalists, giving them all a +1 so they can bring whoever they want, because I think that's very important.
I think so
people
too.
want to bring a loved one, they want to bring a friend, they want
bring
to
your date or your
know what I
friend
mean?
or your mom or something.
Now I do want to do some sort of RSVP thing so we can kind of already know. Hey, are you bringing somebody? Okay, cool. We can account for that. Hey, you're not? Cool. That opens up space for.
You have to RSVP. You have to.
With a code to where they know what it is, they can put it in, and the checkout's free.
Right.
But obviously, if you're just Jim Bob off the street or you weren't nominated or whatever, $10.
Right. I think that's fair.
You do have to dress nice. It's one of those things. You don't have to.
Nah, no
but
codes.
have fun with it.
We're cool, man.
You know what I mean?
You
know what I mean?
Come dress.
If I'm down to dress up, you shouldn't
Santa
have a
Claus
problem.
costume.
I don't fucking dress up.
I ain't dressing up,
but
when I can't. I don't have any dress up clothes. This is as nice as it gets.
Well, you know what?
An $8 shirt.
Corey suit.
Yeah,
$200
in a suit. Look like a fucking penguin.
We can hit a Goodwill. We can figure this shit out.
I have a blazer. I just wear that. The one I got married in.
But yeah, so that's the plan. Is we'll hopefully be able to let in 50 people, around that number, depending on what it looks like.
Right. Depending on who shows
At
up.
$10 a head,
Yeah.
you'll be able to buy tickets in advance because again, this money is money we need to fund it.
Yeah.
We don't need the money on the back end. That doesn't fucking matter.
No.
So it would
It is
be
weird. This is a front end thing, huh?
It would be a pre-sale type of thing. There would be a cutoff.
Right.
There's a very limited amount of room, which is why I like the RSVP thing. Like, if you are only going to come by yourself, or hey, only half of your band can make it.
Right.
Having that information up front allows us to open it up on the back end.
Well, it
to
helps
more
with
people.
seating charts too, because this is a fully seated event
Yeah.
as well. It's no standing
You'll be on a table.
Yeah.
The public table will be in the back, closer to the bar, just because we want you to drink. We don't get any money from the bar.
I
so
don't drink,
whatever,
but I might have a drink that night.
We'll have a toast and all that shit for
Yeah,
sure.
Some champagne.
But I would love to do that. Do like a evening type event that's really nice and cordial, and then it ends and we just blow the fucking lid off the place.
Hell yeah.
We have a band play. We all hang out.
We go across the street and fucking get a wicked.
We don't have to go across the street. You just go through a door.
Oh. That's even better.
There is also the option of doing like an after party show / thing at Full Moon. It's like 2 blocks away. That's the other thing that I have a question about, which you probably haven't even listened this far. You probably tuned out after the nominees. But we are looking at doing this in Conway.
It's just too expensive in Central Arkansas.
It's so expensive in Little Rock.
Yep.
And I can't even think of a place that we would be able to do it and house the amount of people that we need to.
Besides a hotel banquet hall.
Yeah. And sometimes they have the stuff you need, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't really. I'm probably gonna look into that a little bit.
It's very bare bones.
But I mean, if we can, I mean, if it's a significant enough difference
But
where
I mean,
it's like,
if it's only $1,000,
that's what I'm saying. If it's like $1,000 or $1,500, you get a solid ballroom, and they'll put up the tables and all that shit. You know,
because we don't need. I've got a stage. I've got my drum riser.
Yeah.
We've got a projector. I have
Yeah.
access to mini projectors.
Yeah,
PA
yeah.
systems all day long.
Yeah.
You get any.
That's what I'm saying. That's what kind of when I told them in the initial email too. I was like, I'd love a quote on this, but we may be able to do these aspects ourselves.
Yeah.
And these are the things that we definitely will handle ourselves. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I'm super
too.
nervous about it. We already have one sponsor lined up, which is really sick. Shout out to
Crazy.
them. We
Shit's
can't
just
say
starting.
what it is yet
Yeah.
because of all that stuff, but
Yeah.
it's very cool and very beneficial to what we're doing and the people
was-
that are there.
Talking to Will about it, just as friends, and he was
Yeah.
like, "That's fucking sick." I was like, "Isn't it?"
Yeah.
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 It's very cool.
It's something that's very beneficial and something that should be more accessible to
Yeah.
To
Fuck yeah.
artists,
Well,
so-
a lot of artists don't even understand what it even is. And in today's age, it's more important than ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very cool.
Very cool.
And that's just the start.
And that leads more into our TED Talk idea too, which you'll hear more about on the 200th episode.
But yeah, so we already have a start on that. I wanna open up categories of sponsorships.
Sure. Gotta have categories.
So like, best guitarist presented by
Right.
whoever.
Brought to you by
You know,
James
fucking
Vanderbeek.
Best music video brought to you by Dogtown Barber Lounge. Shit like that.
Yeah.
It'll be very cheap, easy entry.
Do you look like shit? Well, don't look more like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
That's the
less like
thing. It's
shit
like
at
we'll
Dogtown
have
Barber Lounge.
it'll be like a short, like say like 120, 150 bucks,
Yeah.
and you are the sponsor for that category, and you have like a little ad lib that's read before the
that
finalists
you write and make
before
it
the
fucking
winner is said.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Is your shit all fucked up? Do you smell like fuck?
Closer to getting to it, I do want to find people to announce categories.
I think we got that on the bag.
No, I mean anybody we hit up will say yes.
Yeah.
Like
That's fun stuff.
we have a host.
Have a host. We're gonna need a teleprompter. It's gonna be fucking.
He's gonna
insane.
get off the rails.
It's gonna be insane.
Well, we have a host. We have
It's gonna be the most off the rails shit.
But the host is just like he's there for entertainment, and he introduces the people who are doing like pulling the card.
Yeah.
Those people obviously can't be nominated in that category, but
Not in that category,
like
yes,
they can
absolutely.
be in other stuff.
Which shows.
But I think that I think that just helps tie in the community aspect.
Buckshot Princess, not a single member can
Yeah,
do a
sorry, you
single
guys
thing.
don't get to announce anything
Yeah.
because you're in every fucking category. But
Shout out to
you,
their fan
shout out
base.
to you,
It's a
shout out to your
strong
fan base. I
They
have.
fucking love you.
If you're listening to this and you like you haven't got your stuff yet, I have 20 different cards to send you. Basically,
You should just start with them. Get the hard shit over.
I've
with.
I've already started and I've been like, hey, this is Public Tuesday, but I need to finish. I think it's like 4 or 5 more categories. I need to make more of the square things that I showed you so that I can add it to the actual voting thing. So there's a visual aspect to it. We're close.
Yeah.
But also it's Sunday, so I need to do it all tonight and tomorrow.
Right. And I have to do these 2 pods too, which I need to talk to Christian. We're very busy. Crashcast is heating up. Also, the
Heating
200th
up.
episode is next week. Tune in. It was a badass conversation.
We yeah, it was very fun. I fucked up. I'll take full responsibility. I know so little about it, and you should have realized this when I asked you how to stop it.
But I
That-
told you. I said it.
You said it while I was.
It doesn't
look,
matter. I still told you. I said this is what you do.
You
for
told
record.
me.
So I told
Absolutely.
you. It's on you on that one.
I don't disagree that it's on me, but I will say, you told me that while I was simultaneously setting up 3 cameras.
Yeah, but you were warned.
And you should have known when I asked you how to stop it
No.
that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Well, that was too late.
I agree. I take full responsibility.
Oh, when I looked at it, I was like, "Well, that's fucking."
Ain't the first time, won't be the last time.
It's literally not the first time that's happened.
No. Well, the first time it happened, it just stopped. It started, but it stopped. But you know.
Well, no, the first time was with my wife.
Yeah, but it worked. It just stopped.
Right.
But
it only
it
worked
just
for like 30 seconds.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And then the full moon one, we had a similar issue.
That was that old iMac I was rocking. It's a monitor now, but it was weird because it just started doing that late in life for some undone reason. I think it was a notification thing. I think I updated it and something happened where if it gets a notification, it just stops. Which I don't use it anymore. Well, I do, but it's a monitor. What are you writing down now? Just thinking of more money to spend.
Literally, yeah. Just added $400 to the bill.
For what?
Something that we don't need.
Of course. What does that say?
Polaroid/film.
Oh, film, yeah. There's a box film right there. There's a dead spider
Well, I'm
behind
talking
it.
about. Gosh, stop! I forgot about that. How cool would it be to like we just bring like my vintage Polaroids and like set one on each table or some shit, just like let people fuck
It'd be
around.
fucking awesome.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Well, that whole like point and shoot where they used to do it at every wedding. Everyone got a disposable camera. Those
That's
things were
back
like
when
$8,
That's
man.
back when the camera was like $5 and it costed
Literally.
like $6 to pro.
Yeah, you just go to Walmart.
nowadays those are like 12 to 15 a piece.
Yep.
You can buy a box of them on Amazon. But the processing is what fucking kills
Crazy fucking expensive.
you. You're looking at depending on who you go through, $8 to $12 per camera.
It'd be easier to just on the table have a hashtag and a QR code that people could just drop the photos in.
Yeah.
Like it.
But you want them to have that weird like vintage aesthetic, you know, like.
I mean, that's what you want.
The issue with Polaroids is like obviously I would love to do it and then they'd be like, all right, here, like you have these as like souvenirs,
Right.
but they would take them.
Yes.
You know? Like 100%. If I see a Polaroid, I take a picture of you. I'm taking the Polaroid back.
Yeah, of course. That's what you do with Polaroids.
Granted, like the point of it would be like I would scan it in and do all this and like send it to you, but
Right.
you know
God. Well, more table art.
that I looked at that and that's how I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I was like that would be so cool
It'd
if
be
we
sick
had
as fuck.
like it just even maybe if it was just at the finalist tables, you know,
Yeah.
like hey, use this and you know shoot the frames.
I
And,
don't know if it'd be because you're gonna have that right in the middle of someone talking.
well, I've
fucking
seen
noisy as shit
there's
camera.
this guy going around on TikTok who buys up a bunch of disposable cameras and he'll just stop somebody on the street and be like, hey, what are you doing?
I've seen it.
And they're like, oh, we're about to go out partying.
Bring
He's
it
like,
back to me
take
at the
this
end of
with
the day.
you, bring it back to me, and
Yeah.
then I'll get all the films developed and then like make a little like TikTok reel
Yeah.
thing for you. And
It's
they're
like
always
Sam's-
insane.
It's like Sam's 5-second or 5 photo 1 minute.
yeah. It's
challenge.
always so sick.
I gotta call him actually.
Yeah,
Thank you. He, for the record.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Glad you brought
Anytime.
that up.
Glad I could help.
You did.
We need to
Your
wrap
name's in there
this
twice.
pretty soon, though.
Yes, we do, because I have to go.
You got to go see a man about a cat.
Something like that. Thanks, everybody. This was great. We did
Yeah.
it, dude.
If you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, please do. It helps more than you know. It pays for Waters. It's going to start helping pay for this event.
Next month. Wait a month. And then we'll.
No, you
add
should start
in.
now.
Because everyone gets in. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
If
Former
you're,
and now.
yeah, if you're.
We're going to do a randomized generator, so we should probably clear that up, yeah. For the,
Of course,
for
it'll
the
be.
prize.
Yeah, we're not going to pick somebody. You know,
Yeah,
like
no,
it'll
be named. All the names will be
we
entered
put.
into a
We'll
random
either like
generator.
do it on the computer, or we'll do the old school like write it
Hat.
down on a thing, put it in a
That'll be
hat.
fun.
You know,
That could be
we'll
Patreon
film it.
content.
And if we do the hat thing, we'll film it start to finish. Where you see us write it down, you
Right.
see us put it in the hat, just so everything's clear, and then we'll post it on the Patreon, obviously.
What if we did a huge one where we played full sheets of paper and put it in a giant box?
I don't know, man. Now you're trying to be Mr. Beast.
Duh. He gets the views.
The more ridiculous it is, but it's just gonna be put on Patreon, so it's just gonna be those people watching it anyway.
Views, Kurt. We need the views on both sides.
Yeah, I can't wait to see a
coin.
Patreon one with more than 3 views on it.
It's all right. We only have 6 Patreons.
Yeah. Is he? That's a chain? Okay, I kept thinking it was his dick hanging out of his fucking.
He's got a chain around his neck.
I thought his dick was hanging out of the bottom of his
Are you
shorts.
talking about his rope?
No,
His rope belt?
the chain. It was the chain.
How would that be his wiener, Kurt?
Look down.
Oh, down there.
Yeah.
That's a big old wiener, bro.
I don't know what he's
Where's your
packing.
mind at, Kurt? It's animal.
His name is literally Animal. Of course he's got a big dick.
Some animals do not.
You ever seen a horse dick?
I have. Shocking.
Up close and personal, huh?
Yeah. At the fair.
At the fair. Would you get run over?
No. You're just close by them, you know? All right, everybody. That's it. Episode 199, episode 200 next week. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening. Peace. Hell
Horse
yeah.
cock.